Good morning, dear children. Today we will be discussing types of industries. Here it is written, industries can be classified on the basis of source of raw materials, management, size, and other like location and nature of products. Based upon this, we are going to study there are how many types of industries. First of all, it is written raw material. What is the meaning of raw material? Base of any final product is known as raw material. What is raw material? A base of any final product is known as raw material. Okay, so according to this, what is written? On the basis of consumption of raw materials, there are two types of industries, heavy industry and light industry. Here it is written, heavy industry needs more capital, sophisticated equipment, skilled and unskilled labor, and large quantity of raw materials. Its finished products are also heavy. Means what? Here it is written, heavy industry needs more capital. What is the meaning of capital? Capital here means that amount which is required in order to start any business. Capital means that amount of money which is used to start any industry or any other business. Sophisticated equipment, complex equipment, skilled and unskilled labor. Skilled labor will be used in order to operate machines, in order to use the machines. Unskilled labor is used in order to do any sort of work where knowledge or education is not required, such as cleaning, washing, these all things. A large quantity of raw materials. Its finished product is also heavy. Heavy means what? Heavy in weight. So what are the examples? Examples are iron and steel industry, locomotives and automobiles. Locomotives and automobiles are all related to motor vehicles. Light industry needs less capital, less number of workers, with finished products are light in weight. Example, electric goods, TV sets and sewing machines. There is only one difference. Difference is that on the basis of the consumption of raw material, first one is a heavy industry which needs more amount of money to start a business, very complex types of machines to do the work. They require skilled and unskilled labor to do the work. They use large quantity of raw materials, and whatever will be the final product, that will be also heavy in weight. But in light industry, what will happen? They will need less amount of capital money. They will be needing less number of workers, and its final product will be also lighter in weight. Examples, electric goods, TV sets and sewing machines. Whatever I have underlined over here, kindly underline that. On the basis of consumption of raw materials, there are two types of industries, heavy industry and light industry. Underline this one. Then heavy industry, underlined everything. Examples, underline iron and steel industry. In light industry needs less capital, less number of workers, and finished products are light in weight. Underline that. And examples, electric goods and TV sets, kindly underline that. Now, on the basis of the source of raw materials, industries can be classified as agro-based industries. Agro-based means agriculture-based. Mineral-based means all types of metals and minerals which is present in the rock. Animal-based means animal provides us with milk, with the skin. Based upon that, there is industries. Forest, from forest what do we get? Fuel, wood and timber. So based upon that, there is forest-based industries. Now what is given in agro-based industries? Agro-based industries are those which depend on agriculture for the supply of raw material. Underline these two lines. Then example, sugar and jute. Underline these two. Now, mineral-based industry which receive their raw material from minerals. Underline these two lines completely. Iron and steel, aluminium. These two are sufficient. Underline these two. Then, animal-based industry depend upon animals for the supply of raw materials, woolen and silk. You know from where we get wool. We get it from sheep. Silk from silkworms. Dairy products, milk-bearing animals, cow, goat, buffalo, etc. Poultry, chickens, hides and skin, and leather industries. There are many animals whose skins are used in leather industries. So woolens and silks, these are the common examples. You can mark these two. Then forest-based industries which receive their raw materials from forest products, paper and cardboard. I hope these two you people are understanding. Next, it is given some of the pharmaceutical industries also depend on forest products and medicinal plant for manufacturing drugs. Pharmaceuticals, medicinal industry, industries which manufactures medicines. Next, based upon the management, how the industries is managed. Either it is managed by a single individual, or it is managed by central government, or it is managed by both private firm or central government, or it is managed by on a cooperative basis. Based upon this, there are three different types of industries. Let's talk about private sector industry. Private sector industries are managed and owned by individual industrialists or firms, manufacturing, engineering, and electronic goods. Here, people are engaged in what? Manufacturing of electronics and engineering. Which type and what is a private sector industry? Private sector industries are managed and owned by individual industrialists or firms. Whatever I underline, please underline that. First two lines kindly underline. Electronic goods, underline. Next one is public sector industries. These are the types of industries which is owned and managed or controlled by central government. Railways and transport. These two lines underline. Railway and transport, kindly underline. Example, please underline companies like Bharat Heavy Electrical Limited and Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Kindly underline that. Come to joint sector industries. They are jointly managed by private firms or a state or a central government. Okay. Here, what is being done in joint sector industries? Both private individual and a central government, they both work together in this type of industries. For example, it is written Oil India Limited. Kindly underline that. Last one is cooperative sector industries are owned and managed by cooperative basis by those who are producers of raw materials. Means it is talking about with the help of farmers and those people, those who work in industries. Cooperative sectors industries. Now, based upon size, there are four types of industries. First one is large scale industry. Second one is medium scale industry. Third one is a small scale industry. Last one is cottage industry. Large scale industry, which employs large number of workers in each unit and produces on a larger scale with a huge investment on raw materials and machinery. Whatever lines I have underlined here in the book, kindly underline it. The entire paragraph underline two examples. Medium scale industry employ neither too large nor too small number of workers. Underline that. Cycle on radio, you can underline this. Small scale industries are small industries run by individual in which few workers are employed and goods are produced for daily consumption. Underline this everything. Rice mill and flour mill. Underline that too. Come to cottage industry. Cottage industries are family enterprises. They use limited mechanical power, less capital, local raw material. Means here the entire family works in this industry. They are not like any other industry, but it is completely homework. Okay, work from homes type of thing. Now in this thing, what is being prepared? This produces simple but often artistic products for local market. Khadi and coir. These two words I have kept in a box. Kindly mark this too. Okay. Now next we are going to study is topic number 5, that is important industries and their distribution in the world. Here what we are going to do, here we are going to underline all the important things which is required for your understanding and learning. From here the entire chapter is based upon underlining only. Whatever explanation was needed to be given, that is already given. Now from here we are going to underline the important things and we are quickly going to finish off this chapter. First one is iron and steel industry. Underline the first 3 lines. The iron and steel industries are the basic or a key industry of a modern age and forms the backbone of industrial economy. Underline this. Come to requirements of iron and steel industry. Underline the first 3 lines. The basic requirement for the development of iron and steel industry are raw material like iron ore, limestone and dolomite. Your dolomite is also a type of an iron ore. Just mark this. Come to distribution of iron and steel industry. First 3 lines is important. Underline that. Many countries in the world developed iron and steel industry. Some of them have their own raw materials and others import it. Underline these three lines. Now here underline USA. Iron and steel industry at Detroit, USA, Detroit. Then underline is situated in the Michigan state. Then underline the city is located on a Detroit River, which connects Lake Erie in South Lake and St. Clair in the north. This. Then come to the next thing, that is Europe. Underline Europe. In Europe, United Kingdom. That's it. Come to Russia. Underline Ural region. And that's it. Here you can see fourth, in Asia, China and Japan are leading producers. So you can underline this. In Asia, China and Japan are leading producers. Then come to India. Here it is written, in India there are 10 integrated iron and steel plants. Tata Steel is one of the oldest plants in private sector. This becomes important one. Tata Steel sectors. Giving a star mark over here. This one is important. Okay. Then come to the next side. Here you will see there are 10 companies names are given. The major steel plants of India are as follows. There are 10. You have to learn any 4. Whichever is easy, you can mark and you can learn. Come towards the cotton textile industry. The textile industry is one of the oldest and widespread industries in the world. Textile means woven fabric. Whatever lines I have underlined over here, kindly underline that. A variety of materials are used for making cloth. Now here what is given, let's see it. It's given over here. Raw materials of a plant origin, cotton, jute, flax and hemp. You can avoid these things. Materials from animal fiber, wool and silk. Materials of chemical origin of synthetic fibers, rayon, nylon, polyester. Clothes found in Egyptian tomb date back to 5500 BC. Cloth was made from cotton in India about 5000 years ago. Nothing is important over here. Whatever is important, I will ask you to underline. Then the change from handmade textile to machine-made textiles occurred first in England. Now this one is important. You can mark it till here. Mark it. Now it has become a common practice. The making of cloth involves 5 processes: carding to make fiber parallel, spinning to make yarn, weaving to turn yarn into cloth, dyeing and processing. Just for your knowledge, you can mark this. Nothing else. But for learning purpose, world distribution, that becomes important. You need to mark it. First of all, USA, keep it inside the box and the work is done. Next one is China. Just mark it and leave it. Come to Japan. Here you will find the first statement is written, Osaka is known as the Manchester of Japan. I have already underlined it and I have also given a star mark. So this statement becomes important. Kindly mark it. Come to cotton textile industry in India. Here you will find this particular point. It says, Mumbai is rightly called the Cottonopolis of India. The ideal geographical factors such as black soil, plenty of fresh water, transport, facility and rich hinterland are some of the factors for the development of textile industry in this region. Keep the word hinterland inside a box. Write on the meaning land behind the city. As you can see, these all things I have already underlined. Kindly underline that too. Come to sugar industry. It is written, sugar has universal demand. It is made up of sugar cane and sugar beet. The humid tropical regions use sugar cane for making sugar, while temperate region use sugar beet. Whatever I have underlined so far, kindly underline that. Now from here you have to underline both are perishable commodities, both are the perishable commodity and thus should be transported to the mills immediately after harvest for processing. Here you will find the word perishable. Write down the meaning. A product that can go bad very quickly. That becomes the meaning for perishable. I have kept this word perishable inside a box. Please mark this. Okay. Next you will find it is written main sugar producing countries are Cuba, Brazil. Many are given. First two, Cuba, Brazil is important, underline that. Now come to India. In India, the leading producers of sugar are Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, mark that. Come to shipbuilding industry. What is the meaning of shipbuilding industry? Shipbuilding industry who constructs and builds ships are known as what? Shipbuilding industry. Now here you can see, as I have underlined the first 4 lines, kindly underline that too. The construction of ships and other floating vessels is known as a shipbuilding. Normally it takes place in a specialized facility known as a shipyard. Important, mark that. Come to the last side. Here you will see, I have marked, Japan used shipbuilding in 1950s and 1960s to rebuild its industrial structure. South Korea started shipbuilding industry in 1970s. In South Korea, Hyundai is one of the best shipyards in the world. Important. South Korea, Hyundai is one of the best shipyards in the world, mark that. Come to in Europe, it is written in Europe, a very large shipyards have been developed in Rotterdam, Amsterdam, Antwerp, Hamburg, Genoa, Lisbon, Merseyside, Tyneside, Sileside, and Portsmouth. There are many names given. I have marked the easiest two. If you find that, you can mark these two and learn it. There are many names given, whichever you find easy, you can mark that. Come to now North America. In North America, the easiest one is given over here is New York and Chicago. You can mark any two. I have marked one, you can mark two. Let me underline New York. Mark New York and Chicago. Now, major shipyards of Japan are located in Tokyo. Mark that, Tokyo. In India, major shipyards are Visakhapatnam, Kolkata, and Mumbai. Underline these two. This one is important. In India, major shipyards are Visakhapatnam, Kolkata, and Mumbai. Mark this too. Next one is fishing industry. Now, the first paragraph I have already underlined and kept inside a bracket, mark that too. The fishing industry include any industry or activity concerned with taking, culturing, processing, preserving, storing, and transporting, marketing or selling fish or fish products. This becomes important, mark that. Now, the next important thing is major fishing grounds in the world. Okay, as you can see, first one is the Northwest Pacific region. Next one is the Northeast Atlantic and adjacent water to the Arctic. Third one is Northwest Atlantic. Fourth one is Northeast Pacific. And the fifth one is West Central Pacific. There are 5 names altogether given. Mark just the headings and that's it. No need to think to go too much deeper inside. And that's it. What you need to focus is India. The major centers are Tamil Nadu and Maharashtra, and that's it. Nothing else, nothing extra. No need to go in too much detail. Next comes is automobile industry. What is given in automobile industry? The automobile industry has made a tremendous improvement in quality and quantity. This industry is located where the abundance of cheap and skillful labor, good demand, and easy availability of power supply. These lines I have already underlined. Underline that too. This line. The automobile industry has made a tremendous improvement in quality and quantity. Mark these 2 lines. Then come to the world distribution. Here it is given. The world's major car producers are USA, Japan. Mark that. In USA, Detroit, Chicago. Mark that. In India, automobile manufacturing centers are situated in Chennai, Pune, Gurugram, New Delhi, Mumbai, Hosur, Sonpat, Sanad in Gujarat. There are many given. I have marked Chennai and Pune. Mark that too. Or if you find any other 2 names which is important, you can mark that as well. Come to the next type of industry, that is information technology. What is given? It is used It is the use of computer to store, retrieve, transmit and manipulate data or information, often in the context of business or any other enterprises. What is the meaning? Information means any type of message which is sent by a sender, received by a receiver. Technology, what type of advancement we use in order to manage all this information. That's called information technology. The basic use of information technology is computers. What it does, it stores the data. It retrieves, it means it receives. It transmits, it translates and manipulates data or information. And it also diverts from one point to the other point, often in the context of business or any other enterprises. That is the work of information technology. Next one, it is given. It is considered to be the subset of information and communication technology. IT industries has become one of the most robust industry in the world, important industry in the world. IT, more than any other industry or economic facet, are the great productivity, particularly in the development of world, and therefore it is the key of driver of global economic growth. It is just only for information what you need to mark as a point of learning. Come to information technology in Bengaluru, India. Bengaluru is the capital of Karnataka state. It's located in Deccan Plateau of India at an elevation of about 900 meters above the sea level. The city is known for its mild climate throughout the year. Just mark that. Whitefield is the neighborhood of Bengaluru where most of the IT companies and industries are located. You can avoid that too. Whatever is important line comes over here. As you can see, there are 4 full forms given about BEL, that is Bharat Electronics Limited. Next one is HAL, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Then it is ITI, Indian Telephone Industries. Next one is BHEL, Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited. You can mark all these. You could expect what is the full form of HAL. It could be asked. What is the full form of BHEL? That could be asked. Full form of BEL and ITI. That could be asked as 1 mark or 2 mark question. In this information technology, this one is only important. The next one which is important is distribution of technology in the world. First one, it is written over here. Silicon Valley, situated in San Francisco, is in the USA. It's the leading IT center of the world. Mark that. Next one is Geneva in Switzerland. Mark that too. Come to India. Bengaluru is the largest center of IT industry. It is called Silicon Valley of India. Mark this too. This becomes the important one. So students, we have discussed all the types of industries here in this video. The next video which I will be preparing, it will be related to the last topic, that is pollution due to industries and its prevention. In this particular video, I will be finishing off this chapter and I will be continuing with the last chapter, that is Europe. I hope whatever I have asked you to underline, that you people have marked in your book there and there itself. Otherwise, it will be a little bit confusing for you people that what you have to mark and what you don't have to. So kindly mark it and make sure that you are learning all these statements which I have asked you to mark. So that's it, children. Thank you so much.